Viewer discretion is advised.
Gotta be weird being here at the Box Expo, and right across the way you got the WBC champ, Sean Porter. Have you noticed him over there?
Oh, I ain't noticed him at all. I didn't notice him at all. He's over there?
He is over there.
Well, he'll be former champ in a few months, so.
Is that fight set?
Yes, it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
Okay, so him first ahead of Terrence Crawford.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get that WBC belt.
It's the prettiest, right?
Yeah, it's pretty. I gotta get it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm like Smeagol when he took the ring and Lord of the Rings. I gotta get that belt.
You gotta get them all. Across the way here at this Boxing Fan Expo is Errol Spence, who has the IBF belt. Is that fight between you guys made?
That fight is not official yet. We are working on it. And listen, as soon as it's a done deal, I'll come on and let you know.
And how do you guys match up stylistically?
We match up great. I think this is going to be a fight for the ages. Definitely a fight of the year candidate, fight of the decade candidate.
And then with an impressive victory, there's a world opportunity shot waiting right around the corner. And he's going to have to show that true grit and skill that we all know he has.
We saw the left hook, and then the right from Spence. Now Spence slips up against the ropes.
Good sportsmanship.
Two here in Brooklyn. Another body shot from Spence.
Because I felt like he's the young guy. He wants to make a statement.
World title eliminator. Errol Spence Jr. and Leonard Bundu. Summer Olympics back in 2000. Lost in the round of 16. Midway through, round 6. Down goes Bundu.
Gusto is very game right now, but he's hurt. Oh, and he goes out. He is out. So the first knockdown, as we see Kenny, one of those great uppercuts as he pivots into the shot. It was an amazing shot, landed right on the chin and sent Boone down. As we also see again, the shot that ended it all. The uppercut followed by the right hook. It was lights out after that. Bukun couldn't recover.
Errol, the Truth, Spence Jr.
2014. Nice counter right hand by Porter. He found it. And there was a aggressive body shot cover 2-3 rounds 2 years ago. Rounds 2 of those bouts. Good. Now, but there's that great liver shot by Ugas to the very start. But it looks like there's some blood on his lips, too. That's what I can't make out.
If you get Ugas against the lips and then combination shots.
Left to the head and a right by Porter.
That's trying to push him back to get some punching.
Oh, Ugas with a right.
All Porter did was take a
And
step.
still, WBC welterweight champion of the world, Showtime, Sean Porter.
They said my future is dark. Singing now. Just look around. Baby. They said my future is dark. Singing now. Just look around. Baby.
That's on me, baby. Yeah, you can snooze if you wanna, but not on me, baby. And no, I ain't taking no losses. Yeah, I got heat, baby. No, I don't know nothing about those. No, I don't sleep, baby. You niggas ain't guessing me, nigga. Yeah, I'm on E, baby. Got all designer on me. That's on me, baby. Yeah, that's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. These niggas be lying on me. That's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. All these diamonds on me. That's on me, baby. That's on me.
All right, let's cook on it, man. Let's speak about it. Cypher Supreme Rod. On the road to Earl Spence and Sean Porter is the first video I'm going to drop on this particular fight. It's going to be probably 2 or 3 more videos I'm going to drop on this one. Let me get into it, man. It was important for me to put that footage up first because I really do believe that it's only 2 ways that both pro Porter fans and pro Spence fans think of this fight and the outcome of this fight. That's all I want to touch on right now. Now that the fight is actually official and we know it's about to go down in September. A lot of people, let's start with Earl Spence. I picked Leonard Bundu because Leonard Bundu has a Sean Porter-ish style as far as the pressure he can put on you. Bundu likes to go down low and attack the body. He'll throw all type of punches, hoping to land something real big to keep you off your square. And, hopefully he'll keep you off balance throughout, the match. That's usually how he goes at things. He went at Thurman the same way. He went at Spence the same way. So, Sean Porter kind of does that, and he has a rough style, and he's a shorter, stockier fighter. So, Spence fans look at it like, hey, man, this ain't nothing that Earl Spence ain't seen before. He spars with better competition than that. And, they seem to think like, okay, if Sean Porter makes the wrong move, how he gonna uppercut him and or catch him with something, like Sean just gonna run his face into his fist and it's gonna be a knockout. Most Earl Spence fans think that he is going to knock Sean Porter out, or just anybody in general who thinks that Spence is gonna win the fight. They got him winning by knockout or stoppage. Most Sean Porter fans, shout out to Junior the Truth, they believe that Sean Porter would do a lot of smart boxing. He'll have a great aggression. He'll be able to sustain and take the body shots of Earl Spence. He was able to take Ugaz's body shots very well. It didn't really fade him. He just kept coming and coming and coming. That's what Sean do. He was able to take some big shots from Ugaz too. He's got a hell of a chin on him, man. So, both of them in reality are kind of accurate, those opinions. But one thing I can say, Sean Porter ain't no goddamn Bundu. You can knock Bundu smooth the fuck out, period, in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? But Sean Porter's a different animal. He's a lot younger than Bundu. He's quicker. He's a little bit stronger. He has a little bit more pop in his punches. So, a punch from Porter would be a little bit of difference of a punch from Bundu. Not saying that Spence is chinny or anything. I think I've seen Spence get cracked a couple of times, man, and he's stood up to it very well himself against some pretty decent punchers. He hasn't fought that one single guy that has a tremendous amount of power yet, but, he has a great chin as well. Now, I was trying to be serious as I can in this video without me cracking jokes about Sean's teeth and shit, but, Sean has a strong jaw. He's got some compact teeth in them bitches. Look, man, anyway, listen. Put it like this, man. I think the comparison of the two, and it's interesting to see how this fight will come out to be. We know it's not going to be a boring fight. It's going to be a treat for boxing fans. This is why I'm intrigued by this fight, and it's also a title unification. We are going to see finally some titles get unified. I've had my issues with Sean Porter for delaying that process, or even having, as far as a fight with Earl Spence, for quite some time. But now it's actually happening. I'm going to give him his respect to the degree of like this. You look good against him, cool. You win, even better. You got my 100% respect back. Because a minute I thought he was scared of Earl, man. last year, man. Y'all, I did several videos about it on my old channel, man. Y'all know how I felt about that shit. But anyway, me personally, I feel like in my mind and how I see this fight going, I think it's going to be a very rough, rugged fight, but it also will have a lot of technique involved in it. I don't think it's going to be a dirty fight at all. I think both men can be dirty if they want it to be, but it's not going to be none of that. I think it's going to be a lot of strategic planning in this fight. It's going to start out a little, I ain't going to say slow, but it's going to start out like a little fill-out period. And I think once the second, third round begins, it's going to start to heat up. And it's going to lead to a long, tough, grueling fight. And whoever can stand up and who's in the best condition will prevail in this fight. Sean has to make this fight gritty because he has to make the judges believe that he is winning these rounds, even when Earl is out punching him. Earl will get the most punches off, period. Earl is the more accurate puncher. He will have more, he will be able to hit him flush a little bit more than Sean will be able to hit Earl flush. I know Earl doesn't have great head movement, as people say, but Earl do have decent defense to where you won't be able to get to him as much. A body attack is going to be important for both fighters. I think going to the body would be definitely important for Sean. If Sean can get to that body, get inside, hit him to the body, go up top, I think it'd be an interesting thing for Sean to do. He has to be fast. He has to be stronger. He has to be quicker than Earl with his hands. That will make interesting for the judges to score. It'd be interesting for the fans to watch. If he can pull that off. If Sean believes in himself, the way he's selling this fight right now, the aura he's giving off, I think he can do it. If he really believes that he can go in there and execute that and work that plan. Earl is one of the most confident young men I've seen in boxing in quite some time. I know Earl believes that he can go in there and do what he wants to do. Earl has put it on himself to knock Sean out. He said it out his own mouth. That's the pressure he's putting on himself. That would be a big mistake. Him thinking that he's going to go in there and knock Sean out, don't look for that knockout, man. Just work your plan and pick your punches wisely, use that accuracy, and maybe the knockout will come. But I think he needs to box. Earl needs to box and Sean needs to box. And that's what it's going to be. Or the way I feel it has to be if one of them wants to win decisively. But we have to see how things goes. And you know how it is. You know, everybody got a plan until they get hit. So, you know, we never know what can happen in the sport of boxing. But it's going to be interesting to see how these men plan to get the victory over each other. But till next time, part 2 of this video. Peace and blessings. I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe, comment.